Bluegrass Sports Show. Almost screwed up our own name. And what else are we called?
We are the BS Show. We're two fat guys talk crap.
Two fat guys who love Kentucky.
Cates.
So,
Go Cates.
I'm Carl,
I'm Barry.
the animal. So what we are going to do today is we are going to do a draft of all-time NBA players. And basically what it's going to be is every person's on the list. Perry's going to start. He's going to draft his first player. And then I'm going to draft my player. We're going to get our teams together, and then we're going to discuss as to why our team would be a great team, besides the fact that they have all-star talents, So what we're going to do is just jump right in this video. Hopefully it's not as long as the last video. We still apologize for that, don't we? Perry don't give a crap if he's wasting your all's time. But anyway, Perry, start it out. Who do you pick first?
Taking Mike.
Picking Mike. Okay.
I mean, if you're going with an all-time draft and you're just wanting to build around a player, why not build around someone who is generally, for the most part, considered by universally almost all of the basketball world? I understand there's other directors that have different opinions, and I understand and I respect that. But who's universally accepted as the greatest of all time? I'm taking Michael Jordan.
For my first pick, I'm taking Timmy D.
Taking Tim Duncan.
Timmy D.
Well, I hate you. Because Tim Duncan was going to be on my roster.
I know he was. That's why I took him.
Okay. Well, who's your second pick?
Oh, no. Are we doing that?
Or if you
not with the draft. I don't think so. I don't think we do it that way.
So you're coming back to
I don't think it's serpentine. Yeah, you just get first pick.
I just get first pick?
Yep.
You're going to give me next pick?
I am.
I'm taking LeBron.
Okay.
I mean, if I'm going to set the table with who are considered arguably the two greatest,
two of the greatest players of all
exactly.
time. Yeah.
If you go back, that's two of our top 5 players that was listed, or on my list and on his list as well. Just debatable about where they were.
Right.
I'll take LeBron here, and then I'll figure out where I'm going to play him later. But I'm going to put LeBron next to Michael.
Yeah, he's going to be in the game.
Yes.
Okay. So, there's a reason, you'll figure it out later in the video, why I did not take LeBron.
Okay.
And at 2 guard, he was not on my top 10 list. But I'm picking him, and that's Kobe Bryant.
Okay.
That's Kobe Bryant.
I understand.
That's going at 2 guard. So, what do you got?
Okay, so you're not going to give me any more reason why you're taking Kobe?
No, I'm going to give all my reasons when I get my whole team together.
Okay, I understand. That's a decent strategy. My third pick, I feel as if I need to go ahead and get some force inside. I'm actually going to go ahead at this point. I'm going to take Anthony Davis.
Oh my God. Okay. Now, hold up. I'm not dogging Anthony Davis, Kentucky boy. I'm not dogging it. But, I'm just saying. But I get what you're doing, I think. I know what you're doing. But anyway.
You know, in Anthony Davis's first NBA game, he completely shut down. And I understand he was older at this point, but he was still very much a contender. He shut down Tim Duncan and hung 25-10 on him.
I think when it's all said and done, Anthony Davis may go down as the best power forward ever. I think he has a chance at doing that.
If you give me a selfless guy like Anthony Davis, who can score.
Who's the same? I mean, we're talking about Tim Duncan here.
Well you're
the same. Selfless guy is what I'm talking about.
He's
the same type.
The personality type, yes, but he's got more of an offensive play style similar to Garnett. Yes, he can face up.
I think
he can score.
I think he's better offensively.
I think he is too.
Than Garnett.
You put him with Mike and LeBron.
Yeah.
You have those two elite.
But hang on. We're just doing the draft
right
now.
Fine.
We will discuss the teams later.
Okay.
So,
go ahead.
It's my third pick.
Your third pick.
Okay. What position have you drafted? Is Davis center or power forward?
He gonna play I'll figure that out.
Okay, well then I'm gonna go ahead and grab my center, and that's Hakeem Olajuwon.
Okay.
All right, now you can go.
Okay, so you're taking the dream there.
Uh-huh.
I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to play beside Davis. I'm going to take Shaq. I'm going to take Shaquille O'Neal. He's going to be the anchor of the defense to where I mean, him and Olajuwon are going to fight with each other, so it's going to be fun.
Yeah, it's going to be fun. I mean, it's going to be a fun game.
Go ahead,
period.
you got one more spot.
I got 2 more.
Another 2 more spots.
All right, so I'm going to go ahead at this point and grab my small forward, and that's Kevin Durant.
Okay, I like it.
Kevin Durant. So now you have 1 spot left,
Okay.
and that's point guard. Or, I mean, unless you're playing people at other positions,
Let me see.
you got 1 spot left.
I've got 1 spot left. What I'm going to go ahead and do, because I want someone who's going to be able to check whoever you have playing your point guard defensively. I also want this person to be the ultimate floor captain, someone who does not have to have the ball in his hands, but can also, at the same time, create and make sure everybody else is in the right spot. In this spot, I'm taking Jason Kidd.
Ooh,
I'm taking arguably the best, outside of Gary Payton, the best defensive point guard
you
of all time.
scared me. I ain't going to lie, you scared me. Because my pick for point guard is John Stockton. And except for defensively, because, I mean, he's not anonymously great at defense. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't watch him play defense and know that's John Stockton if he's blacked out. So, but that was the only thing. I was hoping that it wasn't John Stockton. But same reason. Now we've got our teams, right? And the reason I'm taking John Stockton is because that's what I want. A selfless floor general.
Okay, so what we're looking at right here, you've got Stockton, Kobe, Durant, Duncan, and Olajuwon.
Mm-hmm.
Your team, it's solid defensively. Solid.
Yeah, obviously.
Your team is more so built around, you're going to have a lot of Kobe isolation, in my personal opinion, and a lot of post-up with Duncan and Olajuwon.
But Duncan and Olajuwon, first, both of them can score face up.
Correct. I understand.
And I think with this team of greats, that's going to be their objective. Rebounds and just when they get an open shot, shooting. But Kobe is the only ball-dominant player on my team.
Okay.
That has to have the ball in their hands. And you've got Michael, who's the same way.
What I'm looking at with my roster, and I'm basing my taking of the way I took my team.
And when you talk about defense, sorry, not to cut you off, but when you talk about defense, I've got Kevin Durant, who is easily can guard every position except maybe point guard, and Kobe can guard that.
But let me ask you this question. Can John Stockton guard Jason Kidd?
Good enough.
Can John Stockton guard Michael Jordan?
No, but he can guard Jason Kidd good enough. That's the only one I need him to guard.
Can John Stockton guard LeBron James?
Well, no.
See.
So you're talking about pick and roll switching defenders.
What I'm talking about, Jason Kidd was good enough a defender to where he could switch off.
But he's not going to stop Kobe or
he's
Durant.
He's not going to stop, but he's going to contain Kobe. He can do that. He can do that.
I don't think so.
I think he could. Jason Kidd was a phenomenal defender, and out there, Jason Miracle's going, but he can't shoot. He could shoot eventually, Jason Miracle.
He could hit threes every now and then.
Yes.
I mean, he could.
But
you don't need shooting. I get what you're going. You don't need shooting.
Exactly. You don't.
No.
And I'm not building a team for shooting.
Right.
I have capable shooters on the team. The team that I'm building is a team that is going to completely lock your team down full court defensively. To force a miss, and all Shaq has to do is outlet. Davis can take the ball and go with it. That's something Duncan can't necessarily do.
Duncan's not going to, but I'm going to flip those two on defense. I really am. I'm going to have Olajuwon guarding Davis.
Okay.
And I'm going to have Duncan guarding Shaq.
Okay.
Because Shaq's going to score.
And yes, he is. You're exactly right. You're going to possibly protect Olajuwon from fouling out there. And I understand.
And he's going to do a lot better defensively against Davis than Duncan, I think, personally.
I don't know.
I do. I think so.
In this situation, Davis plays far more above the rim than what Olajuwon ever did.
I agree. But unless we're talking about a small majority of the time Duncan played in the NBA, his athleticism nowhere near matches Davis's either.
My plan with this is, and you threw a wrench into this by taking Kobe, because that was going to be my point guard. I was going to have Kobe, Jordan, LeBron.
Oh, that would never work. I don't think it would.
I think it would.
Mm-mm.
And the reason being is because both players, and something you're not throwing into consideration here, is their Olympic experience playing with other great players. The players I took, with the exception of Shaq, and Shaq was on Dream Team 3.
Mm-hmm.
He was on Dream Team 2, played prominent roles on both of them. The players I took were predominant Olympic stars. And they were Olympic stars in an era, especially with LeBron and especially with Davis, to where they're playing in the FIBA basketball as well. LeBron played a supporting cast member to Carmelo with his Olympic games. He did. Carmelo's arguably the greatest Olympic player of all time.
Yeah, but I hate Carmelo.
I do too. I don't like Carmelo. What I'm looking at here is complete versatility. The versatility for everybody on my team, with the exception of Shaq to Kobe, everybody on my team can check everybody on your team. Now, of course, Jason Kidd's not going to stop Olajuwon or Duncan in the post, but switching to them outside, he's formidable enough to where he could check them outside.
Yeah, but I think they just shoot over top. I mean, if they wanted to, they're just going to shoot over top. And he's not going to do a thing against Durant.
Well, Durant's, I understand what you're saying.
Mm-hmm.
But Duncan and Olajuwon's not going to shoot from outside.
Olajuwon definitely not, but Duncan maybe. I mean, he can stretch the floor.
Davis will.
He's not gonna pull up from the 3 line.
Davis will.
But anywhere inside that 3 line, Duncan's in his range.
I think you're underestimating, and part of this is because of how great Tim Duncan was. I think you're underestimating how great Anthony Davis is now.
I don't. No, I'm not.
And it's not a Kentucky bias.
I know. I know.
Anthony
That's the only
Davis.
Kentucky player we picked. So I don't see how you can make that argument. But no, Davis is phenomenal. And I think Duncan would have a problem with him. I really do. I don't necessarily think Olajuwon's going to have that much trouble with Shaq. I don't. I really don't. I think they're both, because Shaq's not going to have much trouble with Olajuwon. I don't.
So you're seeing them cancel out.
Mm-hmm. I'm seeing them two cancel out.
Okay.
And I may see Davis. I'm seeing Davis win the Duncan Davis challenge.
Really? You're thinking Davis trumps Duncan, the greatest power forward of all time?
I do. In this matchup, I do.
Okay.
What
are you taking with Jordan Kobe?
I don't know, but I'm probably taking Jordan.
Okay, so that just on a basis of ratio, you're saying I'm winning 3 out of the 5 matchups. Who's winning?
2.
3. You said, well,
2.
Yeah, you're right. Sorry.
Durant's beating LeBron.
Oh, you think so? You think Durant at his best is better than LeBron at his best?
With that team, yeah. See, I'm looking at it with the team.
Okay.
And then Stockton, Jason Kidd's not looking to score.
Durant's, keep in mind, the only job that LeBron has on this team is to play defense, because he doesn't have to do anything else.
He's not stopping Durant.
Rebound and guard his man.
But he's not stopping Durant. And if I had to, keep in mind, Durant's 7 foot tall now. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Easily, depending on which one's playing outside, unless they're both out there, I could switch Durant off to guard Davis and have Duncan on LeBron. Easily. If LeBron's in the paint.
And I would hope you would do that.
Why? You think LeBron's going to kill Duncan? I don't.
Because I think LeBron is smart enough and got the awareness to recognize the situation.
But is he going to get the ball? That's the thing. Because with Jordan, I think Jordan is going to have so much of a drive to show out in this game. And the same problem with Kobe. And that's why I took Kobe as my only ball-dominant player.
See, the difference is with our team is you have 2 people like that.
Who?
Durant.
No, Durant is easy. I think he's going to have a much easier time taking a back seat. But he don't necessarily have to. Him and Kobe are my 2 guys, right? You're doing it on offense. Hakeem's with Shaq. They're just going to clean up the glass. and maybe score off offensive rebounds. Or if you get in a position, you throw the ball to him or Duncan. And Duncan, hello, we know, is easily going to take a back seat and just clean up the other areas.
Mhm.
Do the grunt work. He don't care as long as it means him winning. And Stockton, once again, has shown the ability to not give a crap about his personal stats. So I've got 3 guys that are not going to give a crap at all about their personal stats and are just going to want to win. And then I've got 2 that are going to want to score. And I think I don't know, I just think it's going to be a great tandem together.
I think you're putting a lot more emphasis on Jordan caring about personal stats than what is
I do.
in all realisticness.
But
It's like with Kobe. It's a play style. Jordan, there's a reason why Jordan is regarded as the greatest. And not only the greatest clutch player, the greatest person to go to outside of Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. It's because he delivered.
I agree.
And he
I agree.
delivered consistently.
But when you talk about the Dream Team,
Okay.
for instance, when they played a matchup, their practice was actually a game of them playing 5-on-5, right? And Jordan became so driven when he got called out that he would take 5-10 shots in a row. And I mean, obviously, he was making most of them. They won the games. But when you called him out, his competitive nature, his inability to lose, drove him so hard that he was going to do what he had to do to win. And when you're telling me that Kobe's not going to call out Jordan, he's going to call him out.
What I'm going to tell you is that he's going to call him out, and he's going to get the same guy that from the time that he won an NBA championship, he lost one playoff series again until he retired.
I see that. But what it's going to equal is now LeBron has become ineffective.
How's he
unless
ineffective?
you're talking about strictly defense. But you yourself said he's not a great defender.
Well, I said he's a good defender. He's not an all-time
Right.
great defender.
So he's not going to be able to stop Durant. But Jordan has single-handedly taken over this game, which Shaq is not going to he's not going to fly with that. I don't think Shaq at all is going to be fine with Jordan taking all the shots.
I think the way Shaq played in the triangle offense, he knows. That's the difference of what you're not realizing here.
Shaq wanted it to run through the center.
Well, and that's fine. The difference is with what Kobe and Shaq was, and what Jordan was Pippen was, it's to where Jordan played the spot that Shaq played.
Exactly.
Jordan played on the block. Shaq in a half court situation, they're going to feed the ball to Shaq. It's easily they're going to feed because he's unstoppable.
Right.
In transition, that's where I'm going to beat you. Because my team defensively is better than your team. And I think that's without question. I think my team defensively.
Defensively, they're better.
Because while Olajuwon is possibly the greatest defensive center of all time,
yeah,
Shaq was really good.
He was really good.
Shaq was a great defensive center.
But see, I think you're downplaying how good Kobe and Durant were defensively.
Durant's a better defender than what he's given credit for. Durant defensively, his individual defensive abilities doesn't belong on the court with the other 9 guys we're talking about. They just doesn't.
So you don't think he's as good a defender as LeBron?
No.
I disagree. I disagree with his length and agility. I disagree. I put him right up there. And his prowess of defense is in transition. He's not as good one-on-one defender. But LeBron's not getting the ball.
Why isn't
he? I'm telling you, dude. I think Kobe's going to get into Michael's head. He's going to push him. And Michael was the best. Michael's the best at getting in somebody's head.
You want to know?
And he's going to do it to Kobe.
You want to know?
But Kobe is my main guy.
You want to know who LeBron's greatest comparison is to who he actually plays like?
Who's that?
Scottie Pippen.
Yeah, but no.
Why is
Scottie Pippen's nowhere near LeBron.
It doesn't matter. That's his play style. He is Scottie Pippen. Scottie Pippen
But he
himself,
does everything
LeBron
better
and
than
Scottie
Scottie
Pippen
Pippen.
have both talked about it. Is that LeBron is Scottie Pippen.
But
He's
better.
better, of course, naturally.
He's better.
But the
And
play
Scottie Pippen, I think, may have been a better outside shooter than LeBron.
maybe later in his career, but Scottie Pippen was a terrible shooter for a long time.
But by the time that they became dominant, he was the 72
Well, in
win
the late
team.
90s, yes, he was a good shooter.
Yes.
But Pippen would lead that team in assists and rebounds because he played as much point guard as what Jordan and Harper did.
But nobody talked trash to Jordan in these games. When they did was when Jordan
Have
would
you
go
never-
off. When they did was when Jordan would go off and score 55 points. Right? That's what happened. And then Pippen no longer got the ball.
So you think in this matchup, you think that Kobe is going to outplay Jordan?
No. I didn't say that.
Okay.
But Jordan's not going to, or Kobe's not going to hinder my team. It was built around him doing that.
Jason Kidd will provide more to my team than John Stockton can provide to yours.
I don't know.
Jason
about that.
Kidd is good of a playmaker.
Kobe's not going to be the ball handler. He's not.
Okay, and that's fine.
So Stockton is going to provide for this team. He's going to run that offense. And that's the thing. If Jordan says, give me the ball, Kidd's giving him the ball. Stockton won't necessarily do that with Kobe. And Kobe's going to respect that John Stockton is one of the greatest floor generals to ever run an offense.
But John Stockton will be being checked outside of Gary Payton by the best defensive point guard he has ever faced.
But he's not. All he's meant to do is hold on to the ball and make a pass. That's it. And Kidd ain't going to stop that.
Well, nobody's going to stop that
Right.
except
And
for.
so that's what I'm saying.
Except for.
I don't. If he gets an open three and takes it, thank God he actually shot the ball. You know, Charles Barkley said this too about the Jazz. He said, we knew we won the game when John Stockton didn't take the final shot
Mhm.
because Stockton would have hit it. They didn't want him shooting. So if he shoots, thank God, he's going to make it. I mean, he's a great shooter. He just didn't care about shooting.
Mhm.
So he's going to run that offense, and then Jason Kidd almost becomes ineffective against him because you can't stop what he's doing because he's not doing much. He's doing what I need him to do. Every player here I drafted to do what I need you to do.
And I didn't.
In a sense, but I think it's going to backfire. I think they're going to clash.
How?
I've already told you multiple times how I think they're going to clash. I may be wrong.
Jordan played with the greatest collection of talent of all time, and he was fine with it.
Yes, I agree. When he was playing against lower level competition. When he played in the practice, he took over.
And that's whenever Magic Johnson and Larry Bird, Magic Johnson went on record
Yes,
saying
saying that it was
he
his
knew
turn. It was his
that
time.
it was his league
Yes.
because he was
I agree.
predominantly better.
And that's what is going to happen in that game, but I just don't think it's going to equal a win.
You're looking at someone. You're basing the Shaq Jordan clash because Shaq and Kobe clashed. Shaq was the alpha
And Kobe
in that situation.
And Jordan are the same player.
No, they're not.
They are. They're the same mindset.
They're a similar mindset. They're a similar play style. Kobe Bryant is not Michael Jordan.
No, Michael's
Jordan's not
better than Kobe. That's hands down.
Shaq respected Michael. You listen to Shaq talk about Michael Jordan.
Shaq has never, ever taken a backseat willingly.
Allen Iverson said, you give him a team of him, Shaq, and Michael Jordan, they run the table. 82-0.
It's not going to happen.
Well, likely not. But
I mean, that's not even close.
that's
Allen
another
Iverson would
player
ruin the
telling you that I know dominance, and I know the two most dominant players I ever played against. You have Shaq and Jordan.
If you're talking a one-game stance, maybe Shaq accepts that role for a one-game stance.
Why wouldn't he?
But because he's Shaq. He's not going to like taking a back seat.
Jordan is going to look to play with people who are going to play as hard and as determined as he is. Jordan does not care. He didn't care to give the ball to Pippen.
No, but Jordan's got to be the man.
No, he doesn't.
Yes, he does.
Jordan's the man because there's nobody better.
Okay, but he's still the man, and he's got to be the man.
That's not necessarily true.
That is true.
No.
Don't give me this horse crap that he don't care. BS. He cares. He's got to be the man. If somebody beat him one game, he went out and he beat them the next destroyed him.
That's competitive drive.
That's not competitive. He had to be the man. He had to be the top dog. He said that himself. I had to be it. He said it himself.
That's competitive drive.
Okay, but what you're saying is he's not like that. Yes, he is. He's got to be the dog.
Bottom line is
And Shaq has to be the dog. So if we're talking a season, one game, I give it to you. But a season, no. They're going to clash.
but we're talking one game with our teams.
Well, okay, I see that. But if we're talking a season, they're not lasting.
But they're not playing each other 82 times. They're playing once.
Okay, let's say they do.
What, 82 times?
A season. Really? No, they're clashing.
Well,
that team's not working a unit.
The best you can look at is a 7-game series. And I'm taking the ultimate champion.
I know, but I'm saying we take them through a season not playing each other, right? And then we get to the final 7-game series. I think at this point they've already clashed. And they're already having problems.
And your team's not?
No.
Okay.
Who's going to clash?
I'm just saying.
Unless the only two that may clash is
Kobe
Durant and Kobe. But you two are our primary scorers. You can both be there.
But Kobe also had to be the man.
He did have to be, and he will be the man. I will make Durant take a back seat.
Well, you're acting
Durant is not.
You're acting like you have this power to do this, but I don't. You're acting like I don't have this same power. You can't control.
Durant's not Shaq. Durant's not Kobe. Durant's not Michael. He's not those guys. He's not. He may want to be, but he's not. And Russell Westbrook was the dog of that Thunder.
But lost in all of this equation, I still have LeBron James.
No, LeBron's useless.
He's the same person you just said was the second greatest player of all time.
Except in this group, he's useless.
Okay.
I just think he's useless in that group.
You're just completely countering your argument for him being the second best player of all time.
No.
Yes, you are.
Because when we were making that argument, I didn't say playing with these guys. I just don't think he's going to play that great.
Great players can play with great players. Great players want to play with. There's a reason.
LeBron would not play that well with Michael Jordan. I just don't see it.
I think he would.
I don't see it. I don't see him and Kobe.
LeBron would playing with Kobe.
Yeah, he loved playing with Kobe, but he became, like you said, a role player on that team.
That's what he has to. He could be the most expendable role player of all time, meaning he can go out and average 25 a night and have 7 and 7 on that team, and he still not be the primary focus of the offense simply because the ball's not being run through him. I have 4 guys on my team right now that you have nobody on your team can guard.
What?
Nobody on your team can guard.
You are crazy. Durant cannot guard LeBron?
I'm convinced of it. He can possibly contain him.
No, he can guard him. Durant could guard Durant. Durant could guard Davis.
No, we couldn't.
Yes, he could.
No.
Unless they go in the paint, and then Duncan's going to guard him.
Oh, you're talking about a lot of switching, which leaves other people open. By the way, those other people that you're talking about.
Who are we leaving open?
Well,
James?
You're going to have to switch somewhere.
Yeah. James is getting left open. Go ahead. For a second, anyway. They're going to close out on him.
So tell me, who is a more unstoppable scoring presence? Not just their scoring skill as far as being able to shooting. If you need somebody to go get a basket.
Shaq. Shaq's who you're going to. Not LeBron.
Let me finish my question. If I tell you right now, I need 2 points, are you giving the ball to Durant? Or are you giving it to LeBron?
If I've got both on my team and the option of who to give it to.
if they're guarding one another. Who has the more likely chance?
I think Durant's proven it. That he can score over LeBron
But
easier than LeBron can score over Durant.
LeBron completely eviscerated Kevin Durant in a finals before that. I understand you're looking at Kevin Durant now.
Yes, Durant now.
But why can't I have LeBron then?
You can have LeBron then, but my Durant now is better mentally.
I don't think he is.
I think he's better mentally
You give me the LeBron James who destroyed the Oklahoma City Thunder in 2012.
But you're also looking at them having one capable player, and that's Durant.
No, I'm looking at them going, they had Russell Westbrook and James Harden. They had Serge Ibaka.
They did not when they played the Heat in the finals.
Yes, they did.
Are you sure?
I'm 100% positive.
That was before James Harden went to the Rockets?
James Harden was the sixth man on that team. Swear to God.
But I agree. What caused that loss?
That Thunder roster was better than that Heat roster.
But LeBron James got into Durant's head. And that won't happen with the Durant now.
Okay. And
that's my point.
And that's fantastic. So what you're saying...
Who dominated this finals?
Well, Durant did. He was awesome.
Thank you.
But LeBron averaged a triple-double going back at him.
He did. I'm not saying... Yeah, but LeBron's not got Michael Jordan over there with him and Shaq, and he's not going to average a triple-double.
Which goes further to my point that he doesn't have to.
That's why I said he's going to be ineffective.
LeBron doesn't have to rely on
You're not countering my point of him being ineffective.
LeBron doesn't have to rely on J.R. Smith.
Right.
Or Kyrie Irving, who can't guard a wet fart.
But
or
he's
Kevin
not.
Love.
He's not going to have the ball in his hands.
Okay.
So he has become ineffective. You're taking the best aspects of his game away from him. Yes, you are. His best aspects is having the ball in his hands and making the best decisions on the floor.
Why can't he still be doing that?
He's not going to do it. Not with Jay Kidd, whom you got to do that specific job.
I got Jay Kidd because he
Michael Jordan, who has to have the ball in his hands.
I took Jason Kidd because of his game management skills, with or without the ball. His ability to put up a triple-double on any given night. And also, he has the ability to hit an open shot.
Right.
If he is managing the game, he will do it as good as John Stockton.
No.
Yes, he will.
No, he won't, because he didn't do it. Historically speaking, John Stockton's beaten him.
John Stockton played a longer career.
It don't matter.
And John Stockton had the second leading all-time scorer on his team to throw the ball to.
I agree. But
okay, and what they did,
we have to look at stats. What else are we going to look at?
I understand, but
so John Stockton wins.
No, he doesn't. No, he doesn't.
If you look at stats,
you're looking at a flat-footed white guy whose best skill was to hit an open shot or run a pick and roll and throw it to Karl Malone. To where Jason Kidd could
didn't get all of his assists from Karl Malone.
Well,
Don't give me that horse.
Greg Oster tag. But anyways. Jason Kidd was a nightly triple-double threat.
Yeah, he didn't do it on a consistent basis. But
he did it a whole lot more than John Stockton did.
Oh, God, yeah. John Stockton couldn't rebound to save his life.
Jason Kidd he's possibly, outside of Magic Johnson or Oscar Robertson, the best rebounding point guard, and maybe Russell Westbrook, of all time.
Yes, I agree. I'm not combating that.
Jason Kidd does not have to have the ball in his hand.
I didn't say he did. LeBron does.
Scottie Pippen did as much ball handling as Michael did.
But not with a point guard like Jason Kidd on there.
And that's a valid point.
That's what I'm saying.
I understand. But Kobe never had a point guard, and Durant has never had a playmaking point guard like Stockton either. You're acting like they're dealing with something they never had to deal with, but your team's not.
Hindering them.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
How's it?
Having another ball-handling playmaker is going to hinder them.
And that's why LeBron...
And it's not going to hinder Durant, who's never had that. He's going to love being able to get open shots without having to work for it.
That's why LeBron, for no reason at all, said all last season, Cleveland, we need a point guard.
Yeah, he said we need a playmaking point guard.
Exactly, and that's what he's getting. That's where he does not have to do all the playmaking role. But LeBron can play the same role that Pippen played with Jordan. Jordan played off of Pippen so much, man. So much.
We've got to end this video.
And Shaq respected Jordan enough.
I just don't see, not through a season, I don't see him lasting like that.
Yeah, they would.
I don't see it. But anyway, if we're talking a one game, I think it's going to be a fight.
Yeah, regardless.
It's going to be a God-plus game.
You can justify either team winning.
Yes, I agree. But I think this was a wonderful clash of teams. I think it was. And that was the whole idea behind it. We was going to build our teams with a different view. Mm-hmm. And we was going to build our teams the way we wanted them. So, you guys got what you wanted.
Your team was built to match a flow within one another.
Yes.
My team was built with ultimate versatility.
I agree. So. My team was meant to play a style of basketball.
Well,
and if they played that style of basketball, they're going to be dominant.
Well, so was mine.
Yeah, but if you made my team play a different style, it's going to severely hinder them. And they've got to play my style. But with the players I had in place, it's going to happen.
As to where with mine, you could play any style you wanted to.
You could play multiple different styles.
Outside of a direct Golden State Warriors three-point shooting.
Yeah, you couldn't shoot with that team.
That's the only team, in my opinion, it's your team. It's the only thing that's over mine. Is
the shooting.
Well, and it's just Durant for that. Jordan, towards the end of his career, was a great three-point shooter.
Yeah, but I don't know if he was.
So was Jason Kidd.
Kobe was, throughout his career, he was a great shooter.
No, he was never a great shooter. He was a capable shooter.
Well, no, at times he was a great shooter.
He only shot 45%.
Yes, and since you brought that up, this is one correction I wanted to make. I did make to him personally. That is a knock against Kobe, is his 46%. And it would have been much better, I think, if he didn't have these games where he went 0 for 27 and kept shooting the ball because he's Kobe and he thinks he's going to make. I'm not saying. I'm saying it may not be that number specifically, Perry, but he's went 0 for 15. Okay, you could have only taken 4 shots and realized it wasn't your night. But he's Kobe, and he always thinks he's going to make the next one. His field goal percentage would have been a lot better without his mindset, but then you've lost what made Kobe great. So, anyway, this was a very good debate.
I will take my 14 championships.
I don't care about championships.
Over your, let's see here. Durant has 1. Olajuwon has 2. Well, I forgot about Duncan. Let's just forget that. Bye.
Yeah, I'm over 10 with Kobe and Duncan. So, thank you all for watching. I think
you would be at 13.
If you liked the video, go ahead and punch that like button and that subscribe. Bluegrass Sports Show is saying peace to you again because Perry hates it. Thank you guys for watching. Wait for our upcoming video.